We're so back number 2. I really felt like we had something cooking on that last run. I don't really want to just run it back with the abandoned deck because it's a little, you know, it's nice just to have some variety. Let's put it that way. But I do sort of feel like we were onto something. We weren't doing something too wrong on the last one. Maybe like some mistakes plus local thunk got into the code and said, hey, we don't want you to win too early. It looks bad for the rest of us. Just okay, I understand. I understand that. I like the ghost deck. A certain degree of its success is influenced, if not dependent, on getting a great first joker to apply polychrome to. Right? Incantation is also like, you don't get too many opportunities to play it mid-round, so I'm gonna take those opportunities. 4 enhanced numbered cards. Okay, go ahead, destroy one. Destroyed an ace, and then resort me here. We obviously have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't see why you wouldn't play it with a gold card in hand as well. I mean, a gold card early is crazy, as long as we can get away with like not playing it. And this will be 57 times 6, which is more than enough. I don't really care if the 9 breaks, I think. I'm glad it didn't, just because it messes with our numbers, but... Okay, 12 bucks. It literally, we have no choice. I'm sorry, this is what happens when you play like the high difficulties. You take it because it's early. You immediately make it polychrome. It's gonna take a while to pop, but when it pops, look out. I do think I'd like to have just a little extra support, which is why I'm kind of going for this one. We get to choose 1, which is pretty bad. I regret everything. Do I regret everything? I don't know. Wheel of Fortune's obviously, I was going to say they won't even let me use it. You could always just make like another king. Do we have a lot? We have 5 9s, 5 7s, 5 5s, 5 4s. Going to 6 is something. How many 2s we got? 3. Okay, we got aces are the lowest. Even I mean, you know. Maybe we'll get the one where the queens give you a bonus. Maybe we'll get mime. Maybe we'll get face cards triggered twice. I guess that wouldn't be as good. But I felt like I was really hoping for like a judgment or even just like some Hierophant cards. But I can't be mad. Like at least we drew the queen. So like a pair is actually going to be 24 times like 4.5 or something like that, which is still horrible. You're not wrong. It's still really bad. If anything... a flush that doesn't require our queen. I mean, we're only trying to get to 600 points. It's pretty doable. I would rather yeet this into the ether than just play a bad like 2 pair. But like that, it only holds until it doesn't. Like I for a while I can rationalize this as like, oh, don't worry about it, we're just building green joker, but like we need one hand that gets us there at the end of the day. We got there, I think, because we're gonna have like, you know, 4 mult times 2.25. Yep, but it was scarier than it needed to be. You know what would really hit the spot right now is burglar. Okay, $3 for $4 is a good trade. And then Scholar at least is 50 chips times whatever we get here. And then we have less aces, but it's mostly just like the 50 guaranteed chips is nice. And then anything extra is gravy, right? We can't discard. I forgot about that pesky little problem. I shouldn't say can't. We shouldn't discard if we can avoid it. That means, how does 2 pair look for us? Because I think we're kind of getting into... Well, you know what? We need to take the opportunities that are given to us. I'm now realizing, like, the true power of burglar was that we can't use our discards anyway, so it's great to have hands. I guess I'm not just realizing it, but I'm just remembering. Be nice to get rough gem, but, like, economics is going to be an issue for us. How does a 3 look for us right now? We need 1,800 points. Literally, we can just play whatever we want for the time being. Okay. Now, we have... This is orange stake, so the purple stake scaling is already in effect. So I want to see how long we can, like, keep it up. That'll be too good. Playing an ace early is going to be too good. But I mean, obviously, if we could just keep this up forever, that would be a dream come true. But I think we got... They're going to force us to do something a little bit better at some point. And as they should, But maybe we can at least just, you know, play mindlessly until our econ is semi-sorted. I understand the potential desire of the Marble Joker, because if we're playing high cards anyway, then it's good. But I think we really need to get the economics off the ground. This shouldn't be too good. Like, a pair is barely better than high card. Trust me, by the way, I understand the frustration. If you're like NL, we wanted to see like a different kind of run. Polychrome Green Joker immediately is just the sort of thing where, like, if you can't get down with that, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Then you are truly lost. Because this is not a guarantee for success, but one of the best things we could have asked for. I love Vagabond. It completely screws our econ, but I'm going to take it anyway because I just love it. It flies in the face of what we were trying to do, and holy cow, Blueprint is, like, incredible. Obviously works well here, but, like, we can also use it for a bit to create 2 tarot cards. Give me some juice. Like, this is... We're off to the races, man. And if we're going high card, just give me the stone. Okay, so let me just play a 2 and see how you're cooking here. I've got it in the wrong spot. Do I have it in the... No, I was thinking you were Blueprint for some reason. Okay, I had it in exactly the right spot. And our deck is going to get... It's going to get pretty frosty. And I don't really know what the adjective means outside of a Wendy's, but... We're happy to see it. Let's put it that way. Give me 2 more tarot cards. I actually think this is the rare combination of, like, fun and great. Now, it does compromise our economics, like, drastically. You know what that means, though? We could afford to buy standard packs. Let's add a steel card for limited reasons. How about a cool 10? Now, what we want to do, I know it sounds, like, ridiculous. We don't want to accidentally win too early. So there's a part of me that thinks, like, you actually fool your moon card. We can only benefit from having our whole deck eventually be 1 suit. I'm worried the steel card might actually be a little too good here. Strength High Priestess. Like, we have so much deck fixing potential as a result of this run right now. We'll just create more 3s for now. Like, that's... We got time to spare. We'll level up high card. More chips is nice. We'll sell this, but, well, you know what? Actually, let's use it. We might play straight flushes if the whole deck becomes clubs. Hi, Tomo. We're actually, again, I mean, I should have known this. We're getting too good. I don't think we used Tower yet. Anything we play can and will be used against us and will win us the run. We should sell Tower so that we get 2 tarot cards when we play this. Tower is worse than a random tarot card. Okay. Again, I don't want to get too good too fast and compromise Green Joker completely. But if we ever run into a problem on score, we just pop that down right there and we're chilling, bro. Like, this is good. I'll also level with you. I think as crazy as it is, I'd rather have a moon card right now. And this is not a typical performance from yours truly. And I'm just kind of like indiscriminately yeeting them out here, but look at this, man. 4 queens? What is this? If they remade Dark Souls in 2024 instead of 2012 and they were looking for a boss to put in the abyss, you know, because the original boss is 4 kings. Every once in a while we like to have a joke during the gameplay videos. I mean, I could sell a moon card, but I like it. I think if anything, like, I guess I'd rather just... Wait, are you going to win in one hand? Try not to focus too much on the opportunity cost, okay? I'll just play it. Yes, we're missing out on some tarot cards, but the only thing we could... If we sold both of these cards, we'd start missing out on tarot cards anyway, and this is worth $16 in and of itself, so... I like it. I will keep it. I will buy it, and then buying 2 of these puts us back in Vagabond territory. My dream for this run is that by the end of it, you will stop disrespecting Vagabond. Unless I lose, in which case you might think like maybe I'll stop respecting it, but let's not go crazy, okay? So I think we got lots of queens in the deck. Why not convert you into you? At some point, and dare I even say it, but at some point, if we want to go like endless, we are going to want to have like a very consistent deck that can draw maybe a flush 5 or something. You might as well just take some of that. I don't know what I'm going to do with a strength card. To be honest with you, we're getting so many tarot cards. We would probably benefit from just trying to convert as many cards into queens, even if it takes us 100 years. Like, we're getting 2 tarot cards per play. Like, it's insanity. I'm not necessarily going to be playing queens or not playing queens. We just have to do something with the cards, man. We do have 6 3s in the deck. I mean, I don't really know what to cut. I think I'm just going to cut the 3s anyway. Just because, I mean, I guess I don't see a good reason not to. Judgment, Wheel of Fortune. Kind of insane. I love all of our jokers right now. The only joker that can get hit by Wheel of Fortune is Blueprint. So you send it right now. Then you use Judgment. This is going to be borderline useless for us. I'm not mad. It's just... this isn't what we were looking for. I would honestly sell and try another wheel. Because if it hits Blueprint, we're going to the stars. And straight up, you know what we do here? Credit card, standard pack. Love it. Sell credit card. Now we're in the minuses, bro. That's good. It's a good thing for once. How about 10-4 stone? Losing a little high card might seem bad, but I think it's like essentially irrelevant because, like, what do we care? We get 1 mult every time we play it anyway. Hallucination might actually be, well, actually I think it's kind of garbage because we're not going to be buying too many packs. So I'm actually going to, we'll fish a little bit more. Sure, it's something. It's not, I don't want to sell it and screw up Vagabond eventually. So we'll just relax a little bit. I told you, I'm not even sweating the high card, man. It's not necessary. I also understand that you may dislike this for the same reasons that I dislike Campfire. Like, every decision you make requires so many decisions. You know, like, there's so many actions that take place every time you do anything. But these actions are fun, and just mindlessly buying and selling cards, in my opinion, just in my opinion, not that fun. But this feels incredible. I feel like a genius. Basically for just getting lucky cards. I didn't really do anything. Driver's license is going to be very good. It might even be like too good, but I think we need it. Like, at some point we want to win the game, not just meme it up. So maybe it's not really anti-5 is like the moment that I choose to do that. It's more just like, this is the perfect opportunity because it showed up in the shop immediately. And I think we're using the tarot cards. I mean, wait, what do I always say? What's the most valuable card in Balatro? A tarot card. It's the truth, brother. It's the way of the world. So I'm gonna steal you up, Buttercup, baby. Then I'm gonna discard you. So I feel like we don't need you that much. And again, I don't know if in the very, very late game we're gonna be playing queens, because if that's the case, you don't want to make them steal. But it's where we stand right now. And I mean, general heuristic in Balatro, in my personal opinion, you can't lose by making more of your deck the same card. And now we've unlocked Flush 5. It admittedly costs us a little bit in tarot cards, probably to play such a good hand so early, but now that we've unlocked Flush 5, we can start to get planets that would buff it, which might be valuable, obviously. We're so due, by the way. Give me the Jumbo. Temperance is really good. Hanged Man is really nice. I mean, we're down to a 51 card deck that we're like modifying considerably. If I was gonna say moon, but like we're already kind of mooned up here. I mean temperance, but then you gotta like, you just basically spend it all on the, oh, you spend it all getting another Joker spot. You mad genius, you. And then fool gives us another temperance. I mean, it's not really good. No, it's not, but a death card is. And then $7. Yeah, $7 just to burn us. It would be nice to get cryptid, but we kind of like, we get cryptid ourselves just by having so many death cards, right? I mean, I think we're cooking up something diabolical here. People will never disrespect Vagabond again. It's got to be the most unfairly maligned card in Balatro. Well, maybe it's just because every time I get it, I take it and then structure my entire run around it, which I guess can be annoying, but look at the power that it's given us, especially when packs are $1 million each. Look at what they do to mimic a fraction of our abilities. I'm just gonna play this. We might as well get the gold card effect. It's not like we're ever gonna play more flush fives than we played high cards to begin with. So let's be real as well. There's absolutely no reason that we can't get rid of Scholar. Like, yes, it's 50 chips, but we got other stuff. we got ways around that, which allows us to then use Judgment, which is insanely great. It's actually like better than Green Joker, which is unbelievable. It's so good, it might be bad. We need Deja Vu, and we need to lose some money here, bro. We need to lose some money. That's a beautiful card. What else could we need except for more tarot cards? Now, the obvious play, at some point we're going to want that. You might as well just take this because we don't really care which card is lucky. We don't even care to get the effect of the lucky card. And honestly, the more anti-money you give me, which is not a real word, the more you put me in the negatives, the happier I am. I'm so stoked that that didn't win us the run. Hi, Tomo. Hi, Tomo. I can't believe I'm saying this, but we actually may wish to dump Green Joker. I know it doesn't sound like it makes sense. And it is polychrome, but like we're going to... Fortune Teller is going to scale at... The flat mult is scaling twice as fast. And we would actually be able to use discards, not that we necessarily want to. But the flat mult would is scaling twice as fast. Because every time we play a hand, we get 1 on Green Joker and 2 on Fortune Teller. Last time I checked, 2 is greater than 1 times 1.5. Now, it's a bit of a false dilemma, I'll admit. I gotta think about how I want to approach this one. It's a bit of a false dilemma because honestly, give me both of these and then just send it. We could hold both, and that's what we're doing for now. I don't even know what I'm thinking with that one, but you know, why not, brother? Why not? Take some of that and call me in the morning. But if we need to replace a Joker... Oh my god, I'm too strong. If we need to replace a Joker at some point, I actually think it should be Green Joker. All of our other Jokers are obviously too good. But we don't need to just yeet it for no purpose. And if anything, we want... Let me think about this. More flush fives if we're going to go endless. We want jacks into queens. I mean, we're going to win. I'll go 10s into jacks just because we'd love to keep the space open. Okay, dude. Orange steak? Turns out ain't nothing but a peanut, bro. It's nothing. The crazy thing is that like on the last run where we lost every single time, I felt like I actually was, in a way, I was playing out of my gourd. Can I dump these so we don't win too early, please? But because we lost... The appearance is that I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I think you hold this. Even though it'll cost you 1 tarot card. The opportunity cost is low for the potential of the Fool to give us the card of our dreams. This one, I think I could be getting way more blood out of the stone here. But because of the fact that we're winning easily, I have the feeling that people are probably like, man, this guy's really crushing it. But that might be naive of me as well. Medium is crazy. Okay, well, after play or discard, draw 3 cards. Here's the deal, brother. I'm certainly... Now that Green Joker, we've recognized it's essentially useless for us, we might as well discard. And then I would love to make another one, but that isn't how it goes. I'll tell you what, I would just play a 10. And it would be nice if the 10 broke. Is what it is. Wheel of Fortune. One of the only ways we can scale long term is via Wheel of Fortune. So I think it's... even though it's a low yield play, I think it was the right play. World and the Devil card. I mean, we could always World this just to make Tarot card better, obviously, and then it's another one of these is good, and then like 2 of these gives us 2 more Tarot cards. Death and a Fool. Always great to make more steel cards. If we're gonna go to the moon at some point, we're gonna need steel cards. I mean, all endless runs, if you're angling towards them, eventually just become some variant of like Mime, Bloodstone, Idol, Sock and Buskin. You know, I'm probably missing a couple in there, but you get the general idea. It's kind of a nice hand, though. Star and Hermit. $9. We're actually gonna have like a hermitable amount of money. $16. Antimatter. Oh, exactly what, just the guy I wanted to see. Although we should have used Hermit first, but now that I think about it, our money is not like that big of a deal. Buy the Arcana pack. I just can't be... I mean, like, the bad mathematician in me knows it's better to just create one more of the card that you want to draw than it is to kill 2 cards that you don't want to draw. But in my head, I'm like, imagine if we could get to the point where our deck was just Queens of Clubs. Like, I'm defaulting to lizard brain logic, but I think there's I don't know. Can I be honest with you? I think it doesn't matter because we're deriving so much value elsewhere on the run. I mean, like, this is madness. That's sadly a sell. You can at least become a queen. And finally, we're getting dividends out of using our strength cards earlier. Would I create another strength card? Honestly, I would, and I'm going to tell you why. We may get so many strength cards that 7 eventually becomes a jack. And I know it's like, there's no shot it's ever going to happen. Never say never, Mr. Baggins. I don't think that's a quote from Lord of the Rings, but never say never, Mr. Baggins. Never say never. How crazy is it, by the way, that this combo is so good that even though it doesn't directly create planets, it creates more planets than, like, if we had the Magic 8-Ball that literally creates planets. Like, just due to the fact that we get High Priestess cards, I don't know, like 1 in 10 cards is a High Priestess card, like that in and of itself is enough. So we don't really need Stone Joker, but I got nothing but respect for my president. Let me see, $22. It is nice for the chips, but we kind of just get there on our foil to begin with. $32. $32? In that case, I will buy a Jumbo Celestial. At some point, we'll be playing Flush 5s, maybe. I said maybe. Keep in mind, in my personnel opinion... We have to, I think. In my personnel opinion, Green Joker is still totally sellable. Obviously, I mean, it doesn't matter. We actually might not want you there because you're going to be, like, too strong, but whatever. Whatever. It's not a big deal, is what I'm trying to say. It's not really, like, a big deal. Justice again? I mean, truth be told, I don't mind justicing, like, cards we never want to see again. Like, if it's kind of like the poor man's Hanged Man, but... Man, let's go! Okay, but then we're kind of stuck here, because, like, I don't really want to use Hermit. I guess we'd use High Priestess to create 1 planet, and then at least we can get 1 tarot card off our next play. Please break. That's like the ideal tarot card too. I'm telling you. Don't hit the stone card. Why am I engaging in Daniel Kahneman loss aversion type thinking? It would have been good if it paid out. Just because it doesn't pay out with the best, we're like, oh, thank God it didn't pay out. I would have hated to get it on something we're gonna sell eventually. Human mind is cooked, man. Okay, but we will not lose on ante-8. That's a given. The only question is how far are we gonna go in endless, and that's, I think the run has given us every opportunity. You have to try. Like green joker is well, you don't sell that first. You sell stone joker first. You have to try. Kings and queens give x2 molt when scored. Actually might be insane when you consider that probably our endgame plays are 5 queens, because we do have 14 queens in the deck right now. You gotta roll. Yeah, not really that interested in that. So this, I think it's basically useless now, which actually might be good, but could obviously become amazing later. Let's play some trash. Lover's World. You're probably a queen. I mean, it's like, what, I guess we could turn, you might as well do this. I just don't want to sell, because if we sell, then we risk going too high to be able to take advantage of Vagabond. So yeah, sometimes we're gonna like overwrite an effect just to make sure that we stay where we want to be, I guess. Financially speaking. Like it's not a hard run, but it's like a little, there's some trickiness associated with it. This would be huge. Yes! It's actually like the 10 molt pales in comparison to polychrome effect, but whatever, bro, whatever. One hand remains. I mean, there's no shot we lose. This would be embarrassing. Don't worry about it. We made it. These are 2 sellable tarot cards, for sure. +1 hand. Like, there's a part of me that says you're not going to need +1 hand per round, but like, you never know, in endless, like that might get us through a tough spot, so. What are we looking at? All cards debuff till 1 joker sold. I'm going to be honest with you, I think you just tank the debuff. I don't think it's a problem in the slightest. Moon is what we want to see. Yes, yes, yes. Moon me. Why don't you, honestly, you're pretty much useless. Why don't you become a cool queen of clubs? Hello, all you cool cats and kittens. Carol Baskin here. Remember that? Remember that when we all lost our minds? You remember that? There was something so special about that place or something. Thanks. The only time in my life I'm going to be sad about getting $20 for free. How could you do that to me? Anyway, we're cutting some good cards. I think driver's license, our whole deck is basically juiced up right now. So we're looking pretty solid. I'm very much looking forward to what a flush 5 that's been leveled a few times with queens makes for us. Steel Joker is too good. So you're gonna go. It's crazy. It's crazy. But look at it. It's already, Fortune Teller's 2x you, and it's only getting worse. If anything, driver's license might be the next to go. Vagabond can never go anywhere, so let's not waste any ink and paper trying to figure out what we would do in that situation. More money to burn on rerolls eventually, I suppose, or immediately. Strength, it's a beautiful thing. Look at that. World as well, yes, or sorry, Moon as well. Roll me. How about some cards we can actually, yeah, like I got no disrespect for buying a planet. This is exactly the planet I want to see. Now we got to make sure we get to $3. So this will, if we buy both of these, it takes us, we won't be able to do anything. If we roll once, we can roll twice to get to the tarot cards. I stand by it. I know it seems crazy. Negative Joker, this is the way. I believe in it. I also believe that if we have to, Just let me look at something first, okay? Let me just see how this goes. If we have to, and you're not gonna like this. But, oh, we don't have to. Don't even sweat it. I was gonna say, if we have to, we can sell driver's license. But we aren't going to have to. And I know you don't want me to sell driver's license, but, I mean, the steel cards are only getting more steel, bro. Like, it's not ever getting less steel. Let's put it that way. It's a beautiful setup here. How about Wheel of Fortune? Worth a try. We'll play a single... honestly, I know this is crazy. I'm literally selling a Hermit card rather than using it for $0 just to see what other tarot cards we can get. And this is... I couldn't have asked for anything better than this, bro. Take me to Endless. We're going to get negative jokers. This run... It's not quite there yet, but we have a chance. Now, this is a very funny joker to get. I almost feel like... I mean, we need to buy it because we need to spend money, but wouldn't we rather just have one extra hand? The problem that I have is that, like, it's going to break. And then it's going to give us Cavendish. But Cavendish is actually worse because it could break, even though the odds are low. It's actually worse than the joker that we want to sell right now. So there's no point. I'd rather have the voucher, even though the voucher is also a little not necessary. You may disagree with some of my plays here. All I'm going to say is that you can't argue with results, okay? I mean, perhaps we could do better. But I'm just saying, we didn't do badly enough to completely tank ourselves. We can afford to sell here. And it's crazy to me that the easiest way to scale with planets is to just have Vagabond. The High Priestess cards are undeniable. And just slow your roll. We're at $2. I think I'm content on this one to just win and not worry about the loss of tarot cards here. Like the opportunity cost, I should say. Because I think both of these are worth holding to get a little extra juice out of the shop. Like, you probably Hermit. We could fool Hermit, but I think I'd rather fool, like, a better card, honestly. I don't think Strength is that better card. But we could maybe fool whatever we get out of here. Like, okay, this is another Queen, which we love to see. And then you got Temperance is 29 bucks, which is crazy. I guess you probably start Temperance, then go Emperor and see what you pull out of that. Sun, Chariot. Sun is horrible, but Chariot's amazing, especially with a Fool. So, I mean, it's 14 bucks for this pack is crazy, but you just got to remember, like, we're actually trying to get down to $0. Like, it's the right play, I think. Like, I don't see why you wouldn't buy this. At least it increments your mult by 1, and then you can use a little bit more money to skim some planets off the top on the way. $8 takes us to 13. A second Strength. It's less reliable than Chariot, I think. We roll for 9. No, we buy Pluto first. Roll for 9. Okay. And hold. So, it's crazy. You should be Steel. Although we're going to be playing 5 Queens, so maybe we should actually make any other card Steel now that I think about it. That's a good point, actually, now that I think about it. If anything, maybe, like, this King should be Steel. Although we play Kings too, perhaps, although we only have 4 in the deck total. If anything, maybe this 4 should be Steel. And then we are going to discard you, because, I mean, you never know what you get out of that. Guess I would just play a Jack and let the chips fall where they may. Let the good times roll. 335,000. It's pretty good. And I'm just being real with you. I'm cutting the gold card because the Jack's easier to make into a Queen. Next step, probably, I mean, if we're going to give this like an honest, good faith effort, next step probably is actually reworking our Queens so they're not all Steel. But I also have to admit that I think that's an example of me having loss aversion. I hate to sell it, but it is what it is. What do I mean by that? Well, like, we don't really lose anything by playing Steel Queens. All we lose is the perception of what those Queens could have done for us if they weren't Steel, which they don't have yet. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing there to lose yet. Because we didn't... Well, maybe we did take, like, mult off some of them to make them steal, but it's not that big of a deal. And I'm just... For now, we just want more queens. Even if they are steal. You don't lose by adding steal, is what I'm trying... Look at this guy. He's at times 5.25. You think we lose by adding steal? You've lost your mind. Now, I will not be taking the high card... well, let me rephrase. I will not be taking Joker that adds flat mults for the amount of times you played a hand, because literally Fortune Teller just clears it. If anything... I mean, there's a lot for me to think about here. Stop giving me the Hermit card, bro. It messes with my head. If anything, something that's funny is that, like, we still haven't moved Blueprint anywhere else. Like, we're still just using it to create double tarot cards, and we're on ante-9. This is the way, man. This is the way. We're actually so insanely due that it makes my head want to explode. The king might be... the 10's probably too good, but the king might be too good because you get 2x the mult as well. It's definitely too good. Okay. This has been a very fun run. And, dude, like, honestly, I'm sitting here. It's Saturday morning. I've been recording since, like, 9:15 a.m. It's Sunday morning. This is the only time that I got to do this right now. And if you had told me 2 out of 3 runs would have been wins on orange stake difficulty, I would have said, get out of town. You've lost your mind. Go to the asylum because you're criminally insane. Turns out, I mean, the Jokers have done some great work for us, man. They've done some great work for us. I'm so ready for playing 5 queens. Am I, though? I'm like... Now that I think about it, I'm like... Am I ready for that? No, no, no. You honestly, I mean, I admit that we have... Wait a second. Brother, we have 43 card deck. 34 cards are enhanced. What if you just hot swapped driver's license for Dracula? No, it's horrible. I'll tell you why. It's going to eat the steal off of the queens, which is gonna screw up you and you. Now, eventually, we want the steal gone to replace it with something else, but I don't think it can get really strong because we're getting so many tarot cards too. Ooh. But it needs to get to like 16.5 by itself to clear these 2 jokers. You could just not play the steal queens, but like, just being realistic, it's not going to happen. If we play queens, which we have to do to take advantage of our legendary joker, then we have to play steal queens. So I think you're close, but you're not the right play. We can still build on you. You can still get replaced with something, but it has to be different. It has to be like a campfire. And you could also get replaced by Sock and Buskin, because if we do 5 queens with you, it'll give 2 times 2, it'll give 2 to the power of it. It'll be like an X32 mult, which is insanity, obviously. So I had to think about it. Brother, we actually, I know that this looks like a must buy, like sell everything, liquidate and get it. It's not the right play. Because we're going to be playing queens. And I'm just going to be real with you. Ante-10, we don't give a hoot about 65 mult. We don't give a hoot about 78 mult. What do we care? We get 126 from a common joker. As much as I hate to say it, I don't think it's the right way. Now, 2 million points. 2 million points in only one hand might be the first opportunity that we have to actually try to play like a one good hand. You know what? We got a glorious opportunity here. That was obviously really good. Moon card is functionally useless, which is devastating to me. Fool creates Pluto. I don't really want that either. Honestly, in that case, I think you just send it and show me the power of flush 5 here with Tabuli. 27 million. I was hoping to see an E. It's interesting. I don't feel like... Well, you know what? You know what, actually? We can sell driver's license and still live. How much does this sell for? It sells for 3. How the heck would we get enough to buy you? 3 plus 1 plus 1. That takes us to 9, bro. How could you do this to me? Because it would be so good, but I can't sell 2 jokers to make it happen. I can't. Your flat mult is really good. You obviously just can't be sold. That one stings, you know, deep in my soul. I can't believe that this is how I have to activate Vagabond too, but... Okay, but we know, like, does he know what he's cooking? Yes, it turns out I know what I'm cooking. How could you do this to me? I'd honestly, I'll sell you for $1. This is the downside of Vagabond, but it's not even, like, bad. It just, you know, it is what it is. You might say you should have your steel cards off to the side. I actually just being genuine with you, I kind of disagree. I think we're better off like this so we don't win too fast, but... Oh, I've got too much money. Okay, well, you know, 1 flat mult multiplied 1,000 times can become something truly special. I don't know why I thought that was like a guaranteed win. Why we should just be playing flush 5, bro. Just play, it doesn't matter. Okay, so we're gonna live through ante 10. Ante 11, I'm starting to lose some confidence in myself. There's no doubt about it. I mean, we're literally like essentially unable to buy anything. It's hard enough just for us to stay under the cap of where we want to be financially. All right. Play only 1 hand. You can become a heart, and then you can become wild. I am not going to discard my queen, just because the relative risk level, I wouldn't say it's super high, but it's high enough that it's got me slightly scared. So hold a flush 5, but you can at least, yeah, this would be huge, man. It's only 10 mult, but it's getting multiplied a lot, so I respect it. I'm not going to use Empress. I'm actually going to sell it. Again, the 4 mults, I get that it's multiplied by 2, but we need the steel cards. If anything, we could have used it on the gold Andrew, but so be it. I don't know. It's actually more advantageous, I guess, to play a steel card that has a red seal, because you get 2x the mult twice instead of 1.5x 2 times. Interesting. But we should play you probably instead. Okay, this should be like a great hand. It didn't break and we got 79 million. We're just looking for that like last joker, that polychrome moon that takes us to the next level, or polychrome wheel, I should say. Cryptid would go crazy. I can't sell. Can I sell driver's license for it? For Cryptid? I don't think we could do it. I mean, it's nice. Selling it would give us an extra 0.5 mult. And we draw what we want to draw more often. It's too much, man. It's too much to think about now. 26 milli. No sweat. Oh, is that all? Okay. We know what we want to play now, so we just go dumpa, dumpa, dumpa. Magician. Why not, brother? Now, play your ace, okay? We do have 6 hands. Like, we can afford to mill a little bit here, as long as we're reasonably confident. Honestly, I'd love to just discard you. Tower is an easy sell. Hanged Man, I do want to use, but like, I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what to do with it. 52 million. Like, if we had sold driver's license, we might be sweating it a little bit here. Probably not much, but we might be sweating it a little bit. It's getting hard to purchase things. Admittedly, we could sell driver's license, run Turtle Bean in hand. And then we probably, at least for a little while, we're probably chilling. But I think we're petering out here, as much as I hate to say it. Because there's only, like, a certain amount of cards we could even, like, cut, you know? Like, would it... And yet, my hands aren't that good. So I'm using strength on, like, an 8 and a 7? For what purpose, bro? $30? 39 million should be easy enough, though. What was I saying? We need flush 5. So I love the steel cards, don't get me wrong. I love the steel cards, but I think they have to go to enable a flush 5 to possibly exist. And it does exist. Let's toss a little Hierophant on you. We do still have steel cards. I should say steel card. Just need a little gas. How are we going to get out of this? I have no idea. I think I'm putting myself in a miraculous situation where, like, the only thing that saves us is campfire. I mean, even 30 chips when scored. What is... I don't even know what our molt is, but I'm like, brother, 30 chips might be... It's 150 chips on the flush 5. It's 150 chips. Only adds 50% to chips versus times 3 total score. Listen, we should also note, now that I think about it, we probably want Blueprint here if we're trying to win, right? Maybe we don't care about tarot cards that much. No, we still want more steel cards if we can get them. It's hot, man. So I'm like, you'll give times 2. So instead of 2 to the 32, you'll give 2 to the 64, which is a lot bigger. Hang on, Alt tab. So 2 to the... not 2 to the 64, sorry. It's 2 to the 5 versus 2 to the 10. 2 to the 5 is 32. What's 2 to the power of 10, Google? 1024. So this is, by putting you here, this is like a 30x force multiplier on our score, which is pretty good, I would have to say. We're like, oh no, he's losing it. You're not as good as driver's license. You're very important. You're very important. One day it's gonna happen, bro. One day it's gonna happen. The extra 40 chips there is crazy. Brother, I'd love to buy you at some point, but for now, we're keeping you on Vagabond for like at least a minute. Because thank you, that's exactly what I want to see. I know you're like, what? But you're absolutely right. Maybe we should put it on you. And then you're gonna run like 1 discard? Really? That seems psychotic. It worked. And do we have enough queens to make an... We have 13 queens. Okay, so I shouldn't sweat it too much here. I'd rather have the 2 tarot cards until we feel like we're all in, and then we can go 32x on our score. Well, it might not be 32x depending on what we're playing, but... Dude, that's crazy considering Blueprint is still on Vagabond. Anti-12 is literally possible. So I want another Chariot card more than I want a second Hermit card. Now, extra hand size is like the perfect thing to get right here. Please tell me we have an Arcana. We do, which means I can burn these 2 cards. You being mooned would be nice, actually. Just so that it doesn't, like, screw up our total game plan, you know? And then, like, I can always... Like, I can world you first. I know this seems like a horrible play. I just don't want you to screw up my ability to get a flush 5. Like, I need all these queens. If literally, we did it. Every queen that we have is a club. So we don't even have to think about it that much anymore. It's a great spot to be in. Now, What's you need a lot. You need 1 billion points. Okay. We're probably at the point where you accept that you go here now. And let's test our theory, bro. Hierophant star. Well, you can always get starred. And you can also get hierophanted. We have a flush 5. Keep in mind it's got no glass card. Yeah, I don't think the order matters too much here. So we're looking for like, I don't know, like 10 billion points. And we're also looking for Sock and Buskin. That's not 10 billion points, it's 789 million. So I don't know, I was off by a factor of like 17,000, but it's still like, it's okay. Campfire or Sock and Buskin take us to the moon. That's where the moon ball begins. Now, dare I say, we may also benefit from selling Fortune Teller and getting another Multer. Or look at the value of chips, dude. We had like a 38 million point... 38 million mult? It's insanity. Obviously, we're not doing too much here. So I'd rather... So what, we roll for nothing? What do you need to get 1.5 billion points? Like, it's crazy that it's still so doable. Hierophant is obviously, like, it's not what we're looking for. We did draw queens. Beating Ante-12 is a miracle in and of itself. I've done it, like, 5 times. So, like, rest assured, I will not cry if we don't get further than that. I'll still be pretty stoked. Okay, we need the queens, obviously, which to me means that we should just play... Like, we're going to have to dump some steel cards, but we need to draw queens. It's nice to have 6 hands, dude. I didn't know how relevant it would be. You know what's not nice? Is just getting Hierophant card after Hierophant card, but, like, no disrespect or whatever. I guess you hate me. We're not guaranteed to beat Ante-12 yet, but we're going to beat the big blind. That's for sure. Hold. I'm in my head, I'm just making sure. Am I doing the right thing? Would it be better on you? There's no shot. Well, it's better on Steel Joker if we're not playing face cards. But if we're playing 5 face cards, I'm not to be rude, but you don't even have to do the math. It's not the right play. Onk. Probably won't destroy all of our jokers. You consider what we're dealing with here. All face cards drawn face down. It's tough. That's a really tough one for me. Go ahead. I doubt it's a jack. Because how many jacks do we have? 2 jacks. Let's split the difference here. That should be a flush 5. Good. Okay. So, like, again, I can't stress enough. Beating Ante-12 is its own reward. Please, God, if you could just give me Sock and Buskin, I'd love it, man. Because it would, you don't know, that could get us through Ante-13. And it might be the only thing that can at this point. Let's say 1.23 thousand, go a billion points. Let's say a billion points. Let's say, what, e to the 11? 1.6 times e to the 11, huh? Okay. How about 20 mult would hit the spot here? That's fine. I'm not mad about it. Like, you've done great work for me. I'm not upset or anything. Like, that's a billion points, brother. That's great. I can't be upset about that in the slightest. Do we have enough queens to make one more flush 5 after this? And it would likely have the glass queen in it. I'll just level with you. I don't know how... Yo! Woohoo! I don't know how close we are to the score we need. Sorry. I just don't. Like, But I do know Polychrome Steel Joker is gonna help out like a great deal. Are we there? We have 5 cards left. 4 of them are queens. I gotta tell you, I think we're toast, lads. I think we've officially become toasted. I guess you gotta, like, we know 5 cards, 3 of them are queens. Play, 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 play. But what if you don't draw that last queen, you're gonna cry. So I think you do throw a steel card. My game plan, I don't think it's good, like, odds are pretty poor. Again, I don't really know. I think the game plan is 1, 2, 3, 4 with glass at the end. Our 4 of a kind is pretty decroded, but then you throw 50 extra chips into the mix. 50 chips times 20 million mults. Maybe you get to E to the 11. Oh, we got one more hand. What do you think, lads? I don't know how far off we are. I think we need, like, I think we're halfway there. Imagine. I can't be mad. Like, that was awesome. I had a great time. Maybe like my second best run on video, and we were one sock and buskin away from going like ante 14, maybe. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. See ya!